Hey guys, welcome to Mikey's Video Game Madness. Today we're playing Stasis Interrupted. And I know I played this before on the Xbox 360, but this is actually on the PlayStation 3. And I just felt like playing a game, and I've been kind of down in the dumps, and instead of picking a game that I thought everybody else would like, I was like, fuck it, I just want to play a game that I want to play, so here we go. I mean, I care about your guys' opinions, but sometimes, like, I'm always thinking about the viewer, and I know I should just have fun with it, so that's what I'm going to do, I hope. I'm just gonna shoot the shit. You can watch this video, or you don't have to. It's totally up to you. I know nobody, well, there's a few people like this game. I'm one of them, but I know a lot of people don't like this, but I enjoy it. I'm looking forward to Aliens Isolation, and I didn't really know how that game would actually be until just recently. I played this game called Outlast, and I was like, I could see Alien Isolation actually working, because the way that game works is like there's a lot of horror elements in it, and in between you get stalked, and it's like a puzzle. And I was like, Alien could work that way, and I was like, that's how they could do it. I don't know if that's how they're gonna do it. I mean, the Alien universe is great, and I feel like they pretty much have done everything they possibly can with the movie, so I figured video games like a nice step. This actually takes place before the actual Alien Colonial Marines game, so you actually should play this first. I believe it's like $10 on either Xbox Live or PlayStation Network. So if you want the whole story, even though the ending's kind of abrupt, I think, and because they are expecting to making a sequel.
I want to talk to you about the events that led us
but I think this is a lot more polished and has more horror elements.
You killed everyone on
but I think you should play this first. This is the second time I bought this. I can't believe it, but I just don't feel like it's a complete game without it. I really don't care about the multiplayer all that much, probably because I'm terrible at it, but you know, it's whatever.
When we discovered that Lieutenant Ripley,
I'll put on subtitles once he's done talking.
426 on board the Sulaco.
Her name was Newt.
It was Rebecca, actually. We diverted the research transport vessel Legato and its cargo outbound from LV-426 to intercept the
They actually did a better job. If you want to give a compliment, they actually did a better job of rendering Lance Harkinson than they did, I hope I said his name right, than they did in Aliens vs. Predator. And if you're opposed because the movies were awful, the games actually have a horror element to them when you play as the Marine, at least, that you should at least try. I mean, it's whatever. So we pretty much know we're doomed to the start, pulling off a face hugger.
You're alive.
You had one of those things on your face.
Yeah, but it was dead. I'm okay.
I have a Diet Pepsi with me, so I don't know why you need to know the brand name, but
some of us were brought here from hypersleep by someone.
you're gonna hear me drink it from time to time. This is one of those times.
Have you seen your parents?
No. First thing I remember is you finding me here.
If you ever watch Dean's channel, Escape the Game, and he always says that he usually has to have a Pepsi. He said sometimes a cold beer or whatever, but
Never mind.
I just always have
Get off this ship.
Pepsi, Diet Pepsi or Diet Coke, whatever is on sale. I have to drink diet soda and I probably have more aspartame than I do blood in my system, but I think regular soda's too syrupy. I'm playing with headphones. I have no idea how loud I'm talking. So you don't even start out with a weapon on this, like you probably saw in the other video I recorded. I don't know if I said this before, but the PlayStation 3 version actually runs at a higher resolution than the Xbox version, which I originally had, but I'm sure you probably can't tell once it's on YouTube. This actually runs on a full 720p. It doesn't have as much screen tearing because the frame rate's on a steady 30 frames, where the Xbox is unlocked, so the Xbox can actually run on faster frame rates at the expense of screen tearing. Kind of like if you ever played a BioShock game on the console, you can actually unlock the frame rate, and it's not consistent, and that's how the Xbox version was. So this is a better experience. At the same time, I do like the Xbox 360 controller better for this game. The beggars can't be choosers, can they? I think it might be in my head, but I think this game has better textures. I don't know. Shit. Turrets. My nemesis. So, I was thinking, even though everybody would hate it and probably thinks it's a bad idea, but I think it would be cool to make like a Colonial Marines game where the Colonial Marines go to different planets and stuff, and like maybe wage war on Wayu. Maybe that's what they thought the sequel was going to be like. And have some parts with aliens in it, but have very little. Maybe have different creatures, and maybe explain the origins of aliens a little bit better. I don't know. Maybe do what Prometheus was supposed to. Maybe you meet up with a space jockey. I don't know. But I think it'd be cool. Like, I probably talked about it before. There's a comic book series that came out before the movie Alien 3, which I actually have. I probably should share it one day if I'm not completely self-absorbed and lazy. But yeah, they made a comic book where they kind of did that, and they showed like the alien like fighting like other races and stuff and not predators, and they showed the Colonial Marines going on missions on other planets and stuff. It'd be a cool like military game, and make it like Halo where you can like fly like the drop ships and whatnot. I think that'd be pretty cool, actually, in my opinion, if my opinion's worth sharing. But there are fabulous other YouTube channels. I haven't played this in a while. I think this is a mock loading screen. I've been playing Alien Trilogy on the PlayStation 1. I'm so happy to get dual analog sticks on this game. It almost feels like a blessing. That's another thing. I think people are too hard on this game. But if you go back, it does have a lot. It does feel good if you go back and play like Alien Trilogy, and even though that's a fun game, but using like the bumpers on the controller L1 and R1 to strafe, it's tough. So when you go back and play some of these older first person shooters, game feels like a brand new experience. It humbles you a little bit. I think gamers have been a little bit spoiled and jaded. It's like a kid that has too many toys. Like nothing will ever satisfy them. Really don't want to deal with any more fucking torts. I'll tell you that now. A health pack of some type. I was playing Alien Trilogy. I'm still trying to figure out. It's just like, so this is supposed to be aliens? Like by the 3rd level, you're like fighting like, I don't know whether they're soldiers or androids. It must be androids. They can't be, because when you shoot them, their blood's red. They don't have that white shit that comes out of them. It's a fun game though. It's the best we had for Alien first-person shooter. I really like the arcade game of Aliens, and I like the Alien 3 game on the Super Nintendo, which is a lot like Metroid. There's a Alien game on the Nintendo DS that's also good, but I have a feeling that Alien Infestation, if they stay on the right track and they make it long, because I think, and this might just be me being a spoiled, jaded gamer, you know, the ones I was just complaining about, I think games have been too short. But if you go and play any of like the Killzone games, they actually have a decent amount of length to them. It takes a while to finish a Killzone game. You'll have to excuse me, I'm still adjusting. I probably have to land on something. Being super vague here. Well, since I have no weapons, I'm gonna have to figure out something quick. Yeah, this version looks better than the original game. I'm pretty sure. It's a shame it's so short. I really like the connections to Alien 3 the expansion has. I have no way to defend myself. Do I even have a motion tracker? No. Why would I have a motion tracker? Why would I have something Shit, that was an accident. One I shouldn't have made. To me, that just looks like a sharper texture than the original, but I am also playing the PlayStation 3 version. I haven't finished the original campaign on the PlayStation 3. I know the PC looks worlds better, so you don't have to tell me or let me know how much shit this looks or how much Aliens vs. Predator looks better than this game. I always feel like always standing up for this game, almost like it's my kid or something. But no, I was a little pissed at Randy Pitchford after seeing that demo and being let down. But when I played the game, I mean, I've played much worse first-person shooters. This is coming from a guy. I didn't really think that Duke Nukem Forever was that bad. I thought he was out of date. Like the character himself, I thought he's a pretty immature character, and that was kind of a turn off. I would love to see like a game starring like a washed up Duke Nukem that realizes like he's out of date and he tries to redeem himself by being a legitimately good person. Like it'd be funny to watch him like be in a bar like just slamming shots down, talking about how he used to be a hero and all this stuff, and the alien invasion comes again and he's older and he realizes some of the stuff he did wasn't that cool and stuff like that, and has to like get his shit straight and go on a venture and have that venture last more than 15 minutes. I'm not picking on the game Duke Nukem Forever, but I think that'd be a cool concept. Always wanted to design or at least write games or even do storyboards or just be involved with the process. I'm like 30, I feel like I wasted my damn life. And I'm your motion tracker, you don't look like you need it.
Hey, find one of these headsets in case we get split up.
How am I able to see where to go? I don't have a motion tracker.
Got it.
I can just I just have like cyborg vision where I can see the holograms sticking up.
Grab that motion tracker over there. You'll be able to find your way with that.
Well, I was going to. I saw how the motion trackers work. They had it on some convention. Don't ask me which one. You can probably look it up on YouTube. And they actually took a portable television and like had all these wires and stuff like cooked out of the back to show the picture.
Where did you
That was like for all the close-ups, and then they just had like a prop that probably just had like a backlit screen on them because they didn't really have LCD screens back then. I guess to the extent that they have them now, I think portable TVs and stuff were quite rare. I think it was actual picture tube TV, and they just took like
Into those lockers.
they had like all the innards and everything like out of the motion tracker and just had it so you didn't see the wire. See, this is what I think Alien Isolation might feel like. I'm just hoping it doesn't open the locker. If you are a PlayStation Plus survivor, I'm thinking of Aliens subscriber, make sure you download Outlast. It's free, and I think that's probably what Alien Isolation is going for, and I think that'd be pretty cool. Outlast is a pretty cool game on its own.
You okay?
Thanks.
I meant to turn on the subtitles. I'm a terrible person. Well, yes. I didn't select it for my health.
Stone, we better keep moving.
He's right. Word is we're tethered to a marine starship, so we're headed to the umbilical.
I wish I had some sort of tripod
headed for
for this
hypersleep storage.
microphone so I didn't have to
find
play
nothing.
these games like
Suit yourself, but
in
still,
the fetal position.
it'd be best if we stuck together.
Especially if you drink soda or whatnot. You can feel it inside of you, growing. So we're supposed to get this huge snowstorm tomorrow. I'm so stoked. Been kind of monotone tonight, and because I don't know, I'm just probably shouldn't be the best time to record a video, but I have to stay busy. But I don't know if you could pick out by my sarcasm. It's been snowstorm after snowstorm after snowstorm after ice storm. You might get 1 or 2 good days a week to drive, and my car is like fucking sled. I might as well change my freaking license plate to Rosebud, like from Citizen Kane, because that's all it is a red sled right now when it's with ice. Shit, I should have paid more attention instead of making stupid references. I'll tell you one thing I do detest about this game are the load times. I'm not a Marine. I'm just some chick that's chest is about to explode. There's the Unreal 3 engine at its best, where the textures slowly come in. So weird. It kind of takes you out of the experience a little bit. Yeah, the shadows and lighting and everything just seem a lot better. But this is like when people probably sent death threats to Randy Pitchford. There's no way in hell Sega would have gave them money to finish the story. That's why Alien Isolation is being made, which might be a good thing. But I will say there's nothing like having a pulse rifle in a video game. Even if it's a slightly advanced one. Like, to get the authentic pulse rifle, you have to find Hudson's gun. But that one's not even automatic. That one shoots in bursts. So it's not completely authentic. Alright. How do I do this? There's a trick. It's a little puzzle. So you don't play a complete action game. Fuck. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. But so far, so good. This is where they perform the futuristic abortions. And lobotomies. I can't believe that there was a time where we actually gave lobotomies. They would actually basically take an ice pick and put it up your nose and just smash the front part of your brain all up, so you'd be basically an automaton. If you ever watched One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which is an amazing film that everybody should watch at least once, you'll see what it does. I don't want to spoil the ending for you, but you'll see a lobotomy, that's all I'll tell you. Just can't believe people are, like, even if medical science is so primitive. Ironically, the doctor that performed the lobotomies that invented it, but he performed them too. But I'm sure there was other doctors that performed lobotomies. The one person he didn't give a lobotomy to actually ended up shooting him, which is kind of ironic.
What the hell? Hang tight. We're almost there.
Another Fox loading screen, I'm guessing. Turk. Parents should be ashamed of themselves for naming you that. Though I'm sure that's the last name, and I probably just sound really stupid right now. You should take off some clothes off one of those dead bodies so you don't look like a Fruit of the Loom commercial. Sounds like they're getting their fair share. But if you know anything about aliens, these situations rarely ever end well. I gotta figure out what to do. which shouldn't be too taxing. I don't think they made this game for people that just have master's degrees and everybody else is alienated. Although I think I just went backwards. There's my motion tracker. I forgot I had one. I've been without one for so long. I love that thing. The motion tracker and the pulse rifle. That's what makes this game. I'm on cloud 9. You play any of the other Alien games, the motion tracker, like the actual graphics always on the bottom left side. If you play Alien Trilogy or even the Alien vs Predator games, they always have it just the graphic. You never get to hold it. And the wonderful people that are making Alien Isolation are making like a green screen old Apple II like version of the motion tracker. I'm pretty excited to use it. Pretty stoked. Never been stoked to use any kind of other radar in my life. It's just so cool to hold props from a movie. Alright, the thing's gonna shoot me and it's gonna hurt, and I need to figure out something. That door is locked. I gotta figure out something. And since this is on YouTube, everybody's seeing my mistakes. Is there anything over here before I get shot up? Oh, your days are numbered, Mr. Turret, or Mrs. Like, I know in the Ghostbusters game, I always wanted to see a first-person mode. That's one thing this game really does. It, like, shows you all the weapons and stuff up close and how they work. And that's really cool. Compliments for alien colonial marines. Yes, it is possible. If you just give it a chance and you don't have way high expectations, it's not a perfect game, but I have fun playing it. Go and play the original Doom and then come back to this, and maybe there'll be stuff that's in this game that's not in Doom.
We tried other decks, but everything was cut off.
We'll just need to find a way to take these two out then.
They pretty much fixed like all the glitches and stuff. I mean, this obviously doesn't look as good as the PC, but anyway, one thing I want in the Ghostbusters game was first-person view, and I hope to gosh they make another Ghostbusters game, especially a next-gen one. But I want to see a first-person view of them powering up the proton pack and watching all the switches and everything on it be activated. That would be so cool to me. Oh, a ventilation duct in an Aliens game. I never would have thought it. Whenever I watch movies, I just want to play the games. Like, I got the Alien Blu-ray set, and after watching that, honestly, this could probably be the worst game ever, and I'd still probably want to play it. They're friendly. They're like hermit crabs without a shell. Remember the first time I saw Aliens, and I'd never saw Aliens, so I knew nothing about the chest bursters.
No. Leave
But
them.
the thing that freaked me out the most
You ever use a gun before?
My father taught me.
was when
Never kill a
the
man.
Queen ripped Lance Arkinson in half, and all this white blood came out, and he's puking it out, and I didn't understand any
That's
of
a
it.
Marine vessel over there.
And I saw a part of
Get word
Alien
out
later
what's happening
on
over here.
with the
We
face
come back with
hugger,
the whole
and
squad
I
and
knew
Charlie
about the
heads to
chest
sort this
bursting
shit out.
scene, but actually
Once I
watching
find
it for the
Michael,
first
I'll
time, I just remember
We will be looking to leave.
being legitimately
Just
like
make
on
sure
the
we
edge of my seat. I was like, even if it wasn't like a sci-fi film, like I was like, this is one of the best horror films that I've ever seen. They had the suspense so right, especially with those dangling chains and all those tubes and everything, and the alien could just hide on it. I was like, this is how horror movies are supposed to be. And I always thought the alien looked so realistic. I guess it's because they put all that slime on it, you really can't tell what it really looks like. But I thought it was fantastic, and it's just like, because I was used to at the time watching like slasher flicks, like Nightmare on Elm Street's still one of my favorite movies, but just watching that I was like, this is awesome. And I thought people were really hard on Alien 3. There's a director's cut that's a lot better, that especially covers like the religion and stuff like that. You should definitely check out. Friends. Whenever I say Friends, I always think of Ghostbusters 2, where they're like, friends of yours? He's like, Scolari brothers. He's like, I tried him for murder. I gave him the chair. He's like, you gotta do something. Egon's like, why don't you tell him you don't believe in ghosts? And then the Scolari brothers lift up the bench and basically throw it. I don't know if you can tell by now. I have like a top 3 like set of movies. Alien's up there, but I can't, with honest to goodness, like I was gonna say honest to goodness honesty. I can't say that this is my favorite movies ever. I mean, it's up there, but I can't pick like 10 different movies. It'd have to be a tie between, well, actually it's a 3-way tie between the Indiana Jones movies. I am the worst shot, but I don't have an aiming reticule, so I shouldn't be held responsible. This one's more horror based, if you obviously. People are really upset that the aliens die so easily. If you think they die easy on this, play the arcade version. But like Raiders of the Lost Ark especially, but the Indiana Jones movies, Ghostbusters is probably at the very top, and Back to the Future is probably second, and the Indiana Jones is my 3rd favorite series. Come on, I only have 2 things left. Does anybody have a gun or anything of use? I'm not knocking Alien Trilogy because it's fun. It's like an alien-based Doom game. And they do it in Alien vs. Predator a little bit. They might do it a little bit in this game, where sometimes the radar is just useless. Because in order to scare you, they make it so you don't see the aliens until they're right up close. I didn't realize I had that.
They're relentless!
Love how that came out blurry and the textures finally showed up. The radar is fairly accurate in this, but in some of the Alien games, they try to not show you the alien until it's right up close, usually behind you. I'd like to see what the developers at Dead Space would do with the Alien series. That'd be pretty cool. I got 2 behind me. 2 in a box, ready to go. We be fast and they be slow. Another Ghostbusters reference. I'm quoting Ghostbusters 2. I should quote Ghostbusters 1, since everybody says that's a better movie. I do hold Ghostbusters 2 a little bit higher in nostalgia because I actually was old enough to see that one in the theater. But I think Ghostbusters 1 is the better movie, but nostalgia wise 2 is definitely has the most nostalgia for me. Talking about Ghostbusters playing an alien movie, but like I said, I just wanted to play a game and shoot the shit. There's like 300 plus other videos on my channel. If this isn't the format for you, since that's such an integral part of the motion tracker, I think that should have been a little bit higher resolution. I was wearing a Green Lantern shirt at first, but apparently he looks like a chest burster came out. Oh well. But if you watch Alien 3 Special Edition, instead of the alien coming out of a dog, it comes out of an ox. And they cover more of the religion aspect. It's a better movie. It's a shame that David Fincher disowned the movie. I mean, but I guess maybe he felt like the executives changed too much. But I mean, I enjoy it. I think to me that has the most upsetting chest burster type scene, because I don't know. This sounds really terrible, but when I watch horror movies, it doesn't bother me like when people get killed and stuff like that, but when they kill animals and stuff, like when the chest burster came out of the dog in the theatrical cut of Alien 3, I thought that was the most disturbing. Those look like the survivors off of Dead Island. They just sit there and cry the whole time. You guys better get your act straight, because according to this, we're gonna have some friends soon. And they're not friendly friends. So I guess they wouldn't be friends at all. Something to think about. Well, since you guys were shooting at me, I'm gonna kind of let that happen, even if I don't actually have any choice to not let it happen. Either way, you can pretty much fuck off. I don't care. I don't like you. Oh, I wonder what could be in here. Motion trackers going crazy. Low lighting. Do I have a light in this? Yeah, I do. I didn't know if I had the whole marine garb yet. I haven't played this in a while, as you may or may not tell. Dickhead. Seriously, dickhead. I mean, H.R. Giger designed them. They literally have dicks for heads. If you're a fan of H.R. Giger's artwork, which I am, I absolutely think he's fantastic. His work's changed quite a bit, but his airbrush paintings are fantastic, but he always adds like penises and vaginas and stuff hidden in his work. Usually like in landscapes and stuff like that, mostly. The alien's head was a lot more phallic in the initial designs. But you have to give some credit to Ridley Scott. He kind of redesigned the alien a little bit. Ridley Scott's actually a pretty good artist. So is James Cameron. Like some of the paintings that James Cameron did of the Terminator and the parts and stuff are absolutely fantastic. He basically designed the Terminator from a bad dream. And the oil paintings he did of him, he asked Stan Winston to design the Terminator for him. And Stan Winston's like, why are you asking me to design it? You basically have all the components and all the design work already done. But I heard James Cameron's kind of a dick, though, to work with. And I've seen videos of people asking for his autograph, and he pretty much acted like an asshole. That's no way to be. That's some good glass. Sneaking suspicion already been here. This part of the game is more maze-like, but it's not always like this. I guess I gotta go back to the foreboding area. I don't know if you guys are even interested in my trivia. It's kind of upsetting, some of the stuff I remember and some of the stuff I forget that I probably should remember that's more important. Like, I'm terrible at, like, mathematics and remembering formulas. But, like, I can tell you almost, like, any, like, box art of a movie. There's 2 doors, right? Oh, did I mention I'm terrible with directions? Or I could tell you something visually in detail about something, but I think visually on things. I guess that's because I draw and I like to write too. I'm really upset with myself. I've been talking about writing this grand story and I think people would like it. And it has like a lot of emotions and feelings that I want to get out and say. And it's just like, you know, you keep on putting off. Before you know it, 3 years have passed, 4 years have passed, 5 years have passed. You're always procrastinating. And I guess part of the reason is because you want it to be perfect, but I mean, having nothing at all is like worse than having a story that you can kind of mold and make it your own. And I just really need to bite the bullet and get on that. I just have a bad time about prioritizing the things that I want to do. It gets frustrating. It kind of gets me down in the dumps because, I mean, things aren't going perfect in life. I can't say that I have it hard or anything. I know there's kids starving in other countries and people get killed all the time. You know, there's always going to be people that have it way worse. But it does kind of depress me. There's so many things that I've wanted to do, and I just feel like I'm getting older, because eventually I wanted to try to get it published, you know. I thought, yeah, maybe things aren't going great in my life right now, but if I get this story done, this could be it. Or, like, I mean, it could be a complete failure. I don't know. Why do you guys have to jump around? I feel a little bit cornered here. Why do you guys gotta come out in my deep thinking time where I'm trying to self-reflect? You guys are already on freaking fire. Just burn, pieces of shit. In games, I've noticed if it still plays the bad music, you have not cleared the room. But yeah, it's something I want to get done. It's just like, I think maybe opportunities will open up, even if it's not a success. I mean, it'll feel good to get it done, and if anything, I know I'll like it. And it might open doors to collaborations or something, because I'd love to get it. Shit. I would love to, like, write something and then collaborate maybe with an artist and get a graphic novel for him or something cool like that. Something that I would like. And maybe I do, like, the splash pages in between chapters. It's just, I get too ambitious, and then, like, when I'm working on something, I'll start thinking about something else I want to work on, and then I start working on that thing, and it's just, it's hard for me to stay focused. There's a lot of you, but you all gotta come out of one doorway. It doesn't seem to be helping me out that much. This SMG is kind of a POS. Open the door to pain. I hate how sensitive the analog sticks are, because when I get anxious on video games, I have an issue of pushing in the analog stick and they start doing melee attacks and I look like a fool. I especially have that problem in Battlefield because that game makes me super tense. Yeah, have him. I don't want that guy. It's a lurker, not a warrior. I know that because I had the toys. Bandai just started releasing these amazing looking alien figures, and they actually put like metal in their tail so you can like bend on it. I don't think it's like that wire, those cheap ass bendable toys. I think it's like, I don't know what you would call it, where it's almost like linked and they put it in their tails, and they're the most detailed alien toys I think since McFarlane, but I don't think McFarlane makes stuff like they used to. The only thing they make that's like super detailed are like the sports toys. Like, they make the Walking Dead figures. They're so tiny, and like people are asking like $15 for them. It's ridiculous. Remember when you could get this gigantic McFarlane toy that's super detailed that came with like a ton of accessories for like $7, and I know inflation's partially involved. I think NECA's kind of the new McFarlane, but they're starting to get a little bit pricey too. But they came out with this pretty amazing like 1989 Batman. If I had the $85 or whatever it costs, like I would
Stone.
get it in a heartbeat.
Both of them. I was too late.
Since I can't afford any of those
One of those
super
monsters
detailed
got to her.
hot toy action figures,
And then these
although
corporate
I would
bastards
love
killed
to
them
have
both.
one.
You can still make it out, Lisbeth.
I just
Get
want to
clear.
see what one
Get the
looks like
message
in
out.
real life. Those
I
are the
don't
most
have much time
realistic
left.
looking things I've ever seen.
Damn it, they're gonna pay. They're all gonna pay.
Get clear. Lisbeth, what are you gonna do?
I'm trying to think of his page.
I'm blowing up the ship.
Like, the dude's name is Sean. Just look up Sean in action figures. He usually does these skits that are so terrible they're almost amusing. Sean Long is his name, I believe. And he gets all the hot toy action figures, and he usually reviews them. And some of the stuff he reviews, I know I'm a little kid, but I just love detailed figures, and that might go back to me being in the art. I'm not doing so hot here. It's a run in my mouth. So you can do a little comparison video of this and the Xbox 360 version. I don't know how much difference you'll notice. There's a website called The Lens of Truth that used to compare games. I don't know why I'm so curious about that, but it fascinates me with ports ever since when they used to compare the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis ports of games. But I mean, they never update their website. I think the last time they updated their website, like the Cosby Show is probably on the cover of TV Guide, along with Alf. But if you go to Digital Foundry, they're pretty right on the money when a new game comes out that's multi-platform. But their comparisons aren't as in-depth as the Lens of Truth, which is a shame because they're really good at comparing games like in a short amount of time, and they're more detailed with their writing. But the Lens of Truth, you can actually like take the picture and like move a slider around and see which one's better. If you can do it on Digital Foundry, that's a lot of aliens. I don't know if my SMG can handle such things. Plus, I hate those assholes. Not Digital Foundry, I think they're awesome. You guys can jump really far. Tried for Olympics. Yeah, you turn to mush, you little dick.
They still don't seem real.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna get a game over screen, I know it. I wonder why they don't put numbers on guns now. Maybe they do. I don't know. I don't keep up with guns. I like games with guns, but I'm not a terribly huge gun fan. Like, I'm fascinated by the mechanics and stuff of them, but I don't like them personally. Like being... Like, I had a friend that was murdered by a gun, not to be a downer or anything, and just after that, I'm just like, there's just, at least here in Virginia, I think that, and I'm probably gonna lose like all my subscribers, at least in Virginia, they're too lenient with people and guns and with mental health disorders and shit like that. Especially people with automatic guns and shit, like, what do you need that for? Like, I can see if you're in the mountains and you're hunting for food, or maybe a pistol or something, I don't know, you're trying to protect your family. But sometimes I don't think they're strict enough, at least here. People are like, I want an assault rifle. It's like, what the fuck are you gonna do with that? Trying to wage a war in your backyard? Has Battlefield taught you nothing? You start shooting with a assault rifle, they'll just bomb the shit out of your house. Get a taser. But I think a lot of the average person's responsible, but I mean, like the dude that killed my friend, like a week prior, like gave his gun up because he didn't trust himself with it, and then a week later asked for his gun back, and the police were obligated to give him back his gun because he gave it willingly before, and he ended up shooting my friend, murdering her in front of her kids, no less. Like, I just think that's fucked up. Like, I think you need be a little bit more stricter with the gun rules. If you got that kind of shit going on, and then you give the person back their gun. I need ammo really bad. But after that, like, I like the mechanics of guns and stuff like that, but I've kind of had an aversion to them. Nothing against anybody that owns guns or whatever. Probably should turn my light on so I can see, because I could have sworn I just saw an alien. Talking about serious subjects on a video game video. But like I said, I just wanted to shoot the shit today. I didn't want to. Just wanted to relax and talk shit. Now with this long ass loading screen, we can talk about anything we possibly want. So ask away. Oh yeah, this isn't an interactive thing. You just leave comments later. Son of a bitch. But yeah, I wonder if they have guns that have counters on them, like that tells you how much ammo you have, because you know, like in the midst of a firefight or something, you're not going to be like, especially if it's a machine gun, you're not going to know how many bullets you have left. I mean, maybe some people do, or they're so used to using it. You should have turned around a little bit faster. I don't know whether I should blame that on your AI, that stupid hat you're wearing. I should blame it on something. is like the most inaccurate gun. Say everything you're doing out loud so I know. I don't know whether they position the guys better, but they seem to be smarter about flanking you. In my opinion. My humble opinion. And I'm sorry if I offended anybody. Please don't put a huge political conversation on my page. I would so appreciate it. I mean, if you're sane, you should be entitled to a gun. I'm just saying some of the laws are just too lenient. They're like, that was like a red flag and they just let that shit go. And I guess I just don't like guns because maybe like assault rifles and shit like that in like real life, because I know the whole purpose that they were made for is pretty much to kill people. Shit, what is shooting at me? And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Please don't put a huge debate on my page. I appreciate it. I got a shotgun. I got a shotty. So I can shoot some shotties. Wow, that's real bad. This part's kind of hard because it might be because of my color blindness, but I have trouble seeing. Push square to open. Just in case you don't know already. Just in case you somehow didn't get through any of the other doors. You're sort of dumb. Looks like I blew off an arm. You gonna make it this time? I sure hope so. How did that not kill you? This POS gun seemed to do a good job. Hey guy. Come on, say cheese. I have one of those face finders they put in digital cameras on this thing. It's awesome. Alright, going up these stairs of mysterious doom. Can't complain about the gore. Oh, this is just a hiding space. I don't know why she's trying so hard to survive. I don't know it's worse getting shot or having an alien come out of you. Shotguns aren't good at faraway range. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Do I have a grenade? No, but I have a pistol. Pistol actually might come in handy. My unlimited pistol. I'm gonna go hide in the corner while I recharge. I blame Halo for that feature in a game. But yet now when I play games that you actually have to get health packs, I start to miss the recharging feature. It's a double-edged sword. When you play the original Medal of Honor. Oh, that's an armored dude, I think. Why waste my ammo when I have this fantastic unlimited pistol with a gigantic screw on the back of it? Oh shit. Shit. I never thought I'd make another Aliens video. I really didn't. And here I am. You know what? You guys aren't even worth my fucking time. I'm not gonna waste ammo on you. Take my barrage of BBs. Save as much SMG ammo as I can get. Well, sadly, it's one of the longest range weapons I have at the moment. I hate those armored guys. If that's what killed me, I didn't really get a good look at him because I was running my mouth. If I got shot, I'd turn around or I'd run. He ran, but it took him a minute. I could only get a perfect headshot with my BB gun. You know the gun's severely underpowered when they give you unlimited ammo. So much easier to aim with the 360 controller. But my gripe with the 360 controller is that after a while the sticks become inaccurate and start to drift. Although the PlayStation sticks kind of get loose after a while, I've never had drifting issues with the PlayStation 3 controller. I did with the original DualShock controllers, like for the PlayStation 1. But after 2 and up, it hasn't been an issue. For you collectors out there, keep that in mind. Make sure you test out your analog sticks. If you go to like a collector store, if you can plug in a PlayStation or whatever. This is how somebody who dies a lot plays. They run and hide and recharge and then go at it again. What am I doing? I want this gun. My pellet gun. It's armor. I want that. I want it so bad you don't even know. Are they special or something that makes you like them? If you can hear the sound, if you can't hear the sound, she said she likes these weapons. They're made of magic, even though I've died like 15 times with using them. They're magic though, I promise. I can promise you that. The sound of armor shard being lost is never a comforting one. As much as I hate to use that. Gosh, it's not hitting anything. Nothing's about as accurate as the bastard gun on what the heck's the game called, which I plan on doing a video. The Metro Last Light series. They have that bastard gun. It's like this makeshift homemade gun because they're limited on supplies. It's less accurate than that gun. Bastard gun's actually not that bad. And then there's Call of Duty where you can snipe somebody with a Tommy gun if you really wanted to. Alright, I'm in trouble because that armor guy is gonna show up. What are we dealing with here? One guy, but I bet it's the one that's gonna be a gigantic pain in the ass. How does he see me? How does he know where I am? How does he know my name? I bet he stole my driver's license. I must have dropped it further in the hall. I'm so not funny at 1 o'clock in the morning. We might be clear. Wouldn't that be a treat? We're never clear. All you gotta do is unload a whole clip on them. I'm glad I saved up. Did I just completely miss what I was supposed to do? There's a good chance. I do that kind of shit a lot. I don't think so. Hold a shotgun. Pretend I'm Ash from Evil Dead for a few seconds. And the aliens could pretty much stand in for Deadites. I like this part. This is homage to the original Alien. What didn't I press? Where's the other one? least it's not like in some sci-fi movies where it's just like glass you have to break and you push just one huge red button to make something self-destruct. There's a little bit to it. We knew it was coming. It's not like it's some huge shock. Got an audience. Not the most favorable audience. But I mean, it's something. So in this expansion, you play as 3 different characters, I believe. I believe it's 3. If it's more, feel free to correct me. I have a feeling a lot of you didn't even give this game a chance after the first game. I mean, it's like, well, I'm not gonna buy DLC. I hate the first game. Alright, that took longer than it probably should have. And to think, I beat this game. What is the hardest difficulty? Like Ultimate Badass or something? I don't know how the hell I did it. I don't think I did with the expansion, just the original one, just to get a trophy. Man, you want to talk about dying a lot? That was nuts. But anyway, guys, thanks for listening to me ramble and playing a game that a majority of you probably don't give a shit about. And I kind of already did it. So this is the end of Alien 3, spoiler alert.
No more. His heart rate has dropped way below a critical threshold.
I don't think my safety's a top priority.
The loss of the Legato was unfortunate.
But they never really explained why Hicks
There were families aboard that ship.
I said it
was alive, so
It's only unfortunate that you lost your
this actually kind of
On the contrary,
shows you a little bit more, which is good. It should have been included in the original game. Or a gift to all those disappointed players, but I'm always looking for a discount or an excuse. But yeah, I wish they'd finish the story. Like I said, that just a Colonial Marines game where the Colonial Marines will go on missions. Because if you ever look at the dropship, like there's like this I guess they couldn't get Sigourney Weaver's likeness, and I guess they didn't want to show the fucked up version of Newt that they basically took out of the movie. You see her briefly, but you don't see the autopsy they took out. I know this sounds horrible, but I was still curious what that would have looked like if it grossed out even the people that did the special effect.
Stasis Interrupted.
So this actually gives you a little bit more insight on Alien 3 and the connection to Colonial Marines. I probably said that already, but it's late. What can I say? These look like the bad guys from the Metal Gear games.
Repeat. Fire in cryogenic compartment.
They all wear black masks. They don't want to bother making different character models. Smart, I'd say.
Launch will commence in T-minus 20 seconds.
No.
Maybe he plays 2 characters. I can't remember.
No.
That didn't look like a special Queen face hugger though. I know they designed one for Alien 3. But like I said, it'd be cool if they make that like maybe like a Halo sort of Alien Colonial Marine sequel. It'll never get made, but where you could fly the dropships and drive like the assault vehicle around and have aliens in it, but also discover other stuff and have wars and with maybe other creatures, because like I said on the side of the dropship, they said something about exterminating like species one time, that like one at a time or something. I forgot what the exact phrase was, but there's like a little cartoon character on the side holding the gun. Can't remember if it was a bird or a fox. I don't know. It's probably in the game and just really low resolution. Just look at the side of the dropship in the game. You'll see it. But thank you guys for listening to me ramble for a very long time. This has been... Gosh, this is a long video. This is probably one of the longest ones I've ever done, besides the Snatcher videos. But thanks again for watching and being loyal, and if you're still even listening, thanks again. I will talk to you guys later on the next video. Thanks for hanging around. Alright, bye.